Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and welcome to our new game. As you can clearly tell by the title and the thumbnail and the reason why you're here, and also this screen, it's Lover Pretend. For those of you who might be new here, just some warnings about me and the channel. I am obnoxious and I swear a lot. If you're not into that, feel free to go. It's okay. I know not a lot of people are into it, but I'm just warning you in advance. Also, I do all the voice acting for the game. We do not play with the voice acting on. So if you're here to listen to these sexy voices, you're going to be disappointed because I am terrible at this, and most people are here for my terrible, terrible voice acting. Also, I'm assuming I am somewhat entertaining, and that's why people still stay here. But the voice acting, I'm sure, being a train wreck is part of it. So we do go and check the voice acting. Ooh, no, please don't do that. Thank you. We do go listen to the voice acting at the end after we've completed everything. We poke around in the scenes and do some stuff. But if you are interested in listening to the very, very well paid for a reason sexy voice actors, you're not going to get that here. So it's a little bit easier. I also warn you if there is a CG, because I know a lot of people like to multitask. So I will warn you when there is a CG if you would like to multitask and just want to see the hot CGs. So I'll give you that warning as well. I think that's basically all my 4 warnings about me and what we do here for anyone who might be new. For everybody else, this is old hat for you. But welcome back. Also, I just want to say congratulations to us and to Lover Pretend. This is the first game we are going to be starting in our 8th year on YouTube. We hit 8 years on the 11th. This, I believe, the first part is going up on the 15th. So, yeah. I mean, obviously, we've been playing other games, but this is the first Otome game we're going to start in our 8th year, if you count it that way. I did not realize. I was thinking about it the other day, and I'm like, how long has this channel been going? And I looked, and I was like, oh, how would I miss my 8th year anniversary? Okay, well, there you go. So, I figured I would, throw that out there. So bravo to us. 8 years. Not 8 years playing Otome games, but it feels like it's been 8 years. Okay, no, let's not do that. So, let's just click start. Oh, yeah, also for anyone who's... Oops. Wait. Oh, delete is Y. I can't read. Oh, I can't read, so welcome to that, too. And every single one of the characters is always named Spacey, but I can't spell my name. I can't read. I can't do anything. Ueda? Ueda. Spacey Ueda. Yeah, and we're also going to stumble through a lot of the names and things, but I don't think we do too terrible, except for on games where we have to put anything that's like Italian or French or something. Start. I'm going to leave it on this screen for a hot second before we start, and I'm going to read you the synopsis. We will be, again, some of this is old information, some of it's new if you're new here, and some of it's old if you've been around for a while. But anyway, we'll be using a guide. We use Otome Kittens guides all the time. Love them. So highly recommend if you're playing a game and you need a guide, Otome Kittens guides are the way to go. But anyway, so I'm going to be reading this information off of her guide page. So the synopsis is Spacey, not Chiyuki, is a college student with dreams. 1, to become a script writer like her late mother, and 2, to find her father, whom she's never met. Oh my god, we have a lost father. Okay, we really need to resurrect Spacey Go. There's like a bingo board that we made like years ago from just all the common things, because this was one of them on there. Like, we are searching for a missing father, brother, sister, mother, husband, twin, dog, something. We're always searching for somebody. Also, do we have any... Look at our face. She is like derpy. But like cute. Not in a bad way. Like... But, like, she's staring into my soul right now, and I'm a little disturbed. Like, girl, I hope you don't look like that the whole time, because that is, like, hi, I might stab you in your sleep. Anyway. Anyway, living alone with no romantic experience whatsoever. That seems like me in the last 8 years. Spacey struggles with writing stories about love. Yeah. But one day, on the hunt for clues for the identity of her father, Spacey learns that he may have been involved in the production of a romantic drama based on a script her mother wrote before she was born. Obviously before we were born, but in a stroke of good luck, she lands a job for a new show working with the same director. On its production crew are the sons of the men who worked on that very program. Sorry, I've never read the plot of this. I just know we pretend to be, that's why it's called Love or Pretend. We pretend to be in a relationship with these guys for some reason, but I've never read the synopsis before. Look, I buy these games and I don't care what they're about. I just buy all of the Otome games, okay? All of them. But like, how convenient. What plot convenience? Oh my god. Every son of they happen to have all sons of, okay, that's hilarious. I love it. Spacey searches for answers as she tries her best at her new job, but as fate would have it, the young men are all vying for her attention and distracting her from the task at hand. How dare they? But also, that's the point. That's what I'm here for. Spacey tells herself she's simply pretending and this isn't real love. Or is it? Obviously, we know how this is going to go. Will Spacey, who knows nothing of real love, be able to write her own story? No, someone else wrote it for me, but we're going to read it and enjoy it. So, that was obviously from Axis's official site that she put in here. But anyway, so she's got her thoughts on the game and everything like that. I'm not going to like read all that. You can go check it out. But what we usually do with the guides is we do the recommended route order. But as Otome Kitten points out, you can basically play 4 out of the 5 characters to start. The 5th one won't unlock until you do the other ones, so fine. But there's really no recommended order from the development team, but based on what this is saying, that there are some fans that suggest that Riku's route be played last, second to last, obviously. Last of the 4 that you can currently start to play, due to it having the best pacing among the 4. So, her soft recommended route order and the order that she played in was Kazuma, who is your childhood friend. So, full-on tropes there. Harumi, Yukito, Riku, and then Eiichiro. She always puts it in here as Asagi, but so that I'm like, but even on the character card, he's Eiichiro, so I don't know. But anyway, maybe we just call him by his last name. He is beautiful. Riku's pretty good looking, and Yukito is our hot whore. And I've already decided the voices for them, and then when I looked at the actual voice actors, I'm like, not every single one of them has the deep, sexy freaking voice, and I can't handle this. Harumi is actually Noritsune from Birushana, which I just find funny now, because now I just hear Noritsune's voice that I gave him in my head. Sometimes I can't hear the real voice actors for games after we play them. I'm like, I hear the voice in my head, and it's the voice I gave them, which is just a crime, but you know. Anyway, so there you go. We will probably go with Otome Kitten's recommended route order just because we're starting this part off, and even though I'm not quite ahead as I normally am with recording this, I still am getting to this at least 2 weeks before it's going to post, because like I'm behind on this one. And I kind of knew that this one would take a while, just usually to get through the common route into the particular route. I'm going to guess there is no common route. It's straight up the character route. You know, like some games have like a long common route and then you go to a character. This is kind of like, well, the common route, we making the choices for whatever. Anyway, point being, we're probably going to start with Kazuma's route first. Just because that was kind of the soft recommended order. If for some reason you guys really, I'm still going to definitely do Riku last just because that seems to be the popular consensus. But if you really desperately want to see Yukito before Harumi, post it today in the comments because then I'll have time to see it. I mean, literally, like, this is going up March 15th. If you don't get to this in, like, the first couple of days, I'm just putting it up there. Like, because I record in advance... That's another thing to note if you're new here. I record in advance. So, yes, if something wonky goes on today, I'm not gonna know about it. You know what I mean? Like, I do have a habit though. Someone will say something and I'll be like, recording in advance, and I'll be like, I heard you from 2 weeks ago. I know what you said, like, before you get to it. I'm good like that. I'm not psychic enough to win the lottery, but enough to know what you're gonna tell me. Especially when I mess something up. I catch it. It's just behind. Don't worry. But yeah, so and so the only note on this, there's no like trigger warnings or anything weird. The only kind of trigger warning, I guess, is the fact that this is obviously we're playing the part of a fake lover with our love interest. Obviously, that's the point of the game, and that's pretty obvious based on the synopsis and the title and whatever. So if you're not into that, then this game isn't going to appeal to you, but you know. So anyway, let's get into it. Start. Finally, are you sure? Yes. Oh my god. What are we, like 20 minutes into the first part? Oh, only 11 minutes, guys. Whatever. And hopefully the volume and everything's good. Everyone pretends to be someone they're not. At least in some ways. Oh. Sometimes to your friends. Oh. I thought I heard a voice. Anyway. Ah, damn it. This is so frustrating. Okay, never mind. I didn't read that fast enough. I'm sorry. Sometimes to the ones you love. Look, I've just about had it. I'm not letting you go until you tell me the truth. You got that? I don't know which guy's which. The first one was obviously Kazuma. I'm not sure who this is supposed to be, so I'm not going to do the voices. I'm just going to try to read it fast. I'm sorry I missed the first one. You'll have to go back and catch it. Oh, this is Harumi. Sometimes to your family. Just running away again, unable to find the courage to face my enemies. I know that. This is an interesting way to start thinking. It sounds like there's voice, but the voice acting's off. And the sound doesn't seem to be working. And yes, even to yourself. All this time I've been alone. I thought I could go forward on my own too, but I was wrong. No, there are voices. But also, the sound doesn't seem to be working. Me, I'm working, but that's not. Also, I turned the voices off, so. In times when people constantly lie about themselves, I've been lying to my very self as well. Countless opportunities to slip between my fingers like falling stars. You can't hear the voices. You can't hear any sound right now. I didn't realize that was broken. What the hell? But I finally found it. Yes, my love. Oh. My true love is here. It's really hard to read the white on the rippling sea background. This is the end of a movie. Okay. So there you go. There's all the story. Riku as a child. Oh. That's why there was like voices, because even though it's not like the game voices are off, this is supposed to be a movie. You can't hear anything, but I'm going to wait till we get to a point where I can stop and like fix that, but I can't like stop in the middle of this because it's auto playing right now. So that's kind of cute. We were watching a movie. Why does our daybed look like a crib? No. Okay, dot dot dot. Hold on. I don't know what's happening here. Like, there is no volume all of a sudden on my capture. And the weird thing is there was 2 seconds ago, and now all of a sudden there's no sound. There's no sound going on right now, but you couldn't see, like, I can see the volume controls going up and like moving. You know what I mean? Like, I can see my voice wave going up. I could see the volume, but that wasn't doing anything, and that's really bizarre. Um, we're gonna go for a little bit and I'll see if I hear music or something. And if I see that that's not rippling, it could just be because the voices were so low. Like, I couldn't hear them without cranking my headset up. So that could be why. I turned the volume down really low because the volume in the menu was so freaking loud no matter how low I turned it. So this might be too low. I'm not sure. I want to be you to be able to hear it, but not be it so like loud that, it's that distracting or whatever. But I'll keep an eye on it and we'll stop and fix it if I have to. But anyway. Dot dot dot. Okay, no, there's music now and it's loud as shit. I mean to me, because I have my headset up. I'm just gonna let it go for a hot second. I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna check because, like, I think it should be fine. I think we're okay. Hold on. Let me just. It might be too quiet. Listen, if it's too quiet in this part, hear that at all? I'm gonna pause and check it. I'm gonna see if it's too quiet and I'll adjust it. It's hard because you're trying to do it in the options menu and you're trying to do it like on the loading screen, but that was like so much louder than the game. It's hard to balance till you get here. But let me check it. I'll be back in 2 seconds. You won't even know I'm going. Okay. I turned it up just a smidge, a teeny bit, because it was almost impossible to hear. Also, for anyone that's new here, I have a bird and he's obnoxious. And I say that because he's sitting with me, so you will hear me talk to him, you will hear him chattering, and god damn, why are your I needed to tell him his toenails are so sharp. He likes to eat the headset too, I'm sorry. But anyway. I am so sorry for this train wreck of the beginning of a part, but I want to say it's not usually this bad, but it probably is. A somber music track played as if to smother the actress's voice. It was the final scene, one I'd watched so many times I'd lost count. The way her parting lines transitioned into the main theme gouged my heart out every time I watched it. Okay. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I put the autoplay I need to do higher. Okay. I don't know. I think I was like, I put the speed up really fast, but I think I put the skip speed, and that's what I was thinking about. Anyway. The way her parting lines transitioned into the main theme gouged my heart out every time I watched it. Nope, this is just short. What in the actual hell? Oh dear God, no, I can't do this. That's gonna kill me. Oh, you know what? I'm so stupid. It goes down further. Oh my God. I did the options, but I didn't even see the arrow. I saw the right flashing arrow. I didn't see the whole scroll line. What's love catch? Displays love catch. Stops playing voices when displayed text is skipped. Okay. I did not even see that. Holy crap. Oh my God. Guys, I'm not doing good today, apparently. I was kind of focused on turning the volume off and fixing that and doing that, and like... Oh my lord. Anyway, you never guessed that this brilliant performance was from a 20-year-old drama. My true love is here, huh? Oh look, glossary. My true love is here. The catchphrase for Pretend to Love, a 2-hour special that aired on TV 20 years ago. The line was also used during the finale. That's tour guide Spacey voice. That's how we read glossary terms if you're... Seeing the credits trail off, I hit the pause button on the remote. Director, cast, set designer, composer. Row after row was filled with names that represented the best in the industry to this very day. Screenplay by Kanako Ihara. Ihara. Right? Anyway. A newbie screenwriter who pinned her hopes and dreams on this one title, then vanished from the industry without a trace. I gotta be honest though, like, the text isn't the easiest to read. Not terrible, but it could be better. I'd never overlooked the pen name of my mother. I'd never overlooked the pen name of my mother, Hana Ueda. I wonder what Mom was feeling when she wrote that closing line. Glancing at the slogan printed on the movie disc, I sighed. What is true love anyway? I wouldn't know. If I knew, then I'd be closer to Mom. I was sure of it, and yet... Mom! A person who gave birth to you, or adopted you. Like, whatever. Hana Ueda. The protagonist's mother. She passed away from illness when the protagonist was in 5th grade. She wrote the screenplay for Pretend to Love under the pseudonym Kanako Ihara. I couldn't write romance. But romance is pink. Am I supposed to... Is that a glossary? Like, is that a glossary? Okay. I was like, I clicked it. Um, Notes, as I opened Kazuma's route title. Hold on. Sure nothing autoplays. I do like it. It was a little weird disjointing at first when it was starting. I'm like, oh, what's happening? But it's kind of cool that it starts out opening on us watching the movie. You know what I mean? Although the scenes and whatever were probably our like boyfriends or whatever, but I like the fact that it kind of like pushed it into like as if we're watching a movie. Kazuma's route can be played from the start. No need to do the common route bad ending if you've already unlocked it during your previous playthrough, but we haven't because it's our first one. Only the happy and good ends unlock a CG. Oh, Kazuma's last CG can be obtained by reading the short story Kazuma's Feelings Backstages section. Ooh, there's backstage sections. I love that. Clearing one route unlocks the feature Skip Pretend Time, which allows you to skip the pretend times you've already done. I highly recommend turning this on immediately as soon as you unlock it. Okay. Okay, cool. Oh. Interesting. Okay, so I'm just looking at the guide, right? So skip the pretend time. Prologue, pretend time. So is that this? If you're skipping pretend time, make sure to select all answers correct. Oh, cool. So, because we don't have that, but anyway. So I'm not sure who question mark is. Who's question mark? Is that supposed to be our boyfriend? Oh! This is our last boyfriend. I'm sorry. Just from some of the art on the card, I think I love him. But anyway. And he's gonna get the terrible Irish. I use air quotes around that because not really. Whatever the terrible accent is, he's getting the terrible accent. But, not the dramatic version of it, a more toned down version. So, um, Professor Asagi, how was it? Asagi? Not really exactly sure on the exact pronunciation, but whatever. And he's our teacher. Oh dear. I mean, a college professor. I think it says he teaches at the school sometimes. But anyway. So, yeah. This is just my impression from skimming it, but... Oh dear God, you're not going to give me a CG of him right off the bat. Look at how it... Stop it! Get a CG right off the bat! And he's so adorable, look at him! Also, the glasses character, and if you know me, I love the glasses character, usually. Anyway. The story is well structured, and the foreshadowing's wrapped up nicely at the end. There's still room for improvement on the forced transition between scenes, but I think you can fix it with some work. So, yeah, when we're having the normal text boxes, it's fine, but this overshadowy one is really almost hard to read. Well, it said the dialogue doesn't really feel alive. I knew it. I'd seen this coming, but my mentor's criticism was a knife through the chest. Oh, bye, sweetie. Other students' voices reverberated outside the window. It was May, 1 month after the start of the new semester. See, this is easier to read. The nervous new students and restless returners had finally begun to settle down. Naturally, I was among them. Our school, Koyo University. Okay, it just takes me a while. Koyo University specialized in literature and the liberal arts. I stood in one of its research rooms. Koyo University, a private university in the city. It has three main departments: literature, science, and art, and a variety of majors. Students study many subjects, including literature, science, classical art, and modern art. No way. It has a literature, science, and art department, and they study things like literature, science, and art. I'm sorry, that's just so funny. The protagonist is majoring in liberal arts and studies both that and literature. Many of the students in the same program are striving to become novelists or screenwriters. I took a screenwriting class. It was freaking amazing. The woman, I think I've told the story before, but the woman who taught our class, actually was a, like, freaking movie star back in, like, the 30s. Like, she did a couple small movies or whatever. And she wrote with her husband, her and her husband at the time, wrote the screenplay for the oldie time, what was it, like the 50s or 60s, The Blob. Like, they wrote the screenplay for that. And I'm like, it was just so cool because she was like, Kay, what the hell is her? I can never remember her last name, and I always have to like look it up. But her first name is Kate. Well, her name was Kate, but she went by Kay. But like you can actually look her up. I went to Keene State University in New Hampshire for a short period of time. And she was just the cutest little, she was like 700 years old when she taught that class. She was just like an older, like she was a little old lady, I'm serious, but she was just the coolest. And it was just so cool listening to her, like tell her stories about like Hollywood back in ye olde day. It was just really cool. Anyway, so that's my story. I am just like, the last couple of days with other things that I've recorded in this, it's just been a ball of like random nostalgia things happening. I don't know what's wrong with me. Why something pops up and you're like, oh, back in my day. And that's exactly what has been happening to me lately. I've told the weirdest stories in the last like week. Granted, I think in the other game we're playing in tandem with this one, you're not going to see that until like April because I'm like really far ahead. I got really far ahead because the thing that I was recording for that was really long, and now we're here, and I knew this was going to take a while, so. Anyway. Yeah, okay, literature, I stood in one of its research rooms. Right, okay. This room belonged to Eiichiro Asagi, a visiting professor. Seeing me vexed, he gave me a bitter smile. Eiichiro Asagi? I could just call him Asagi, it's easier. That's how my brain's just going to say it, so. Visiting professor. A professor that's been invited by a college or university to teach there, usually as part-time faculty. God, I need to get some kind of a sweater or something, Bird, because... Why that wasn't working? I don't know. Ah! And then there's a CG again! Eiichiro Asagi, 32, screenwriter, renowned... I missed that. I'm sorry. I was just too thing of the thing. I was just too into looking at him, and it popped up, and I wish it would just go away. You're gonna have to rewind and read the little thing underneath him. Anyway. Please don't get me wrong. That's not all bad, I assure you. The tempo of the casual conversations is nice. In fact, I think it's rather well written. The problem is... it is a little suit. The romance scenes, right? Hey, when you introduce romance into your scenes, it feels like I'm being fed one cliche after another. Hey, that's exactly what we expect in our Otome games. In a word, it's unrealistic. Oof. That much was obvious. I'd been painfully aware of the flaws he was pointing out long before I turned in this script. I know that, but I just can't seem to make it sound right. I even did research by consuming a bunch of romance novels and movies. Oh, well, that's not gonna help. Yes, I can tell you worked hard on this. In your 2 years here, you've made significant progress since we first met. Although, it is really weird that, like, okay. I don't remember if it said... I know I saw their ages. Their ages show up, when you're doing the intro. But, like... I'm assuming we're in our early 20s at any rate. Like... I mean, dating the professor, especially when he's, like, this much older. Like, did we meet him when we were, like, 18? And he was 30? That's just... Listen, I'm not a huge fan of giant age gaps. He looks like every other love interest in here. But, like, they're gonna and, like, right now, they're setting up he's helping us, whatever. But if they go down his route and they're like, Professor, and they keep harping on the age difference, it's gonna squick me out, okay? Like, right now in my brain, I'm like, yeah, the 20 and 32 thing, I know it's only 12 years. And that's not a huge... It is big. And it really depends on... I dated someone we had a 12-year age difference. Okay, it was a little weird. Like, but you know what I mean? And it's not even the professor-student dynamic. Like, I'm okay with that. Like, I know that in reality, that's a power dynamic that you shouldn't mess with, right? But, like, in art and games and whatever, like, bring it on. Teachers, I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? Like, we can have that kink. It's fine. But it's just when there is an age difference and the game constantly has to harp on it. Like this, it's not too bad, but we've had other games where, like, I'm like 18 and he's like 40-something. Gross. That's disgusting. And then it's constantly like, you knew my dad, right? Oh my god, Uncle's over there. And they constantly bring it up and it's like, gross. I don't think it was ever exactly like that, but I'm just like, they bring it up and they make it gross. Like, don't make it gross, okay? Don't. Anyway, we've made progress. Really? I really hate this. I wonder if, hold on a second. I wonder if we can, if making it darker, if the text window darkness, I think it was under, no, it was under this. Text window. The transparency of the text. That should be like non-existent. Actually, that's okay. No. Oh, sorry. Whoops, wrong button. No, that's almost better. I do want to have some kind of a text window, but I think it's a little bit better that it's lighter. It's less jarring and hard to read. That's still... that might be a little bit better. You'd think it'd be easier to read with that being completely transparent, but it's so much white, and then the white around the letters is just... Really? I don't like it. Like, this was a choice, and it was a bad one. I do kind of wish you could, like, take an option and be like, I just want both. Like, they give the text box, but I wish they could give you a text option, like a little bit thicker, darker, no white around it. You know what I mean? Just because this is hard to read. And I can't imagine anyone looking at this and be like, nah, this is cool. Like, this hurts. And, like, after the last game I played where it was, like, white text on, like, light gray backgrounds, it was like, what? Certain scenes, it was like, good God, who did this? How do you see that? You must be going blind. Anyway. Have more confidence. You have done well writing in the theater. Oh. In the theater. Huh. You have done well writing in the theater, mystery, and suspense genres. That's why I thought I'd have you try a more realistic genre, and gave you a romance prompt. I'm sorry I disappointed you. I'm not scolding you. All screenwriters have their own strengths and weaknesses. However, I always had the impression that women were more attuned to romance than men. It surprised me a little. These days people would probably call me out for stereotyping, right? Of course not! You really do see more women writing successful romances. As I defended him in a fluster, he shot me another wry smile. I mean, are we flirting with him right now? Because I'm okay with this. Anyone with a passing interest in drama or film would have known the name Eiichiro Asagi. Last year he wrote a film script that was nominated for a Japanese Academy Award while also juggling a nationwide TV series. He was an up-and-coming writer who plied his trade across a variety of genres, from the stage to live-action adaptations of manga. I mean, this is the dream, but make... Could you write Otome games too? I've got ideas. But also make sure they get translated, because that's the real problem. I was terribly grateful that he took time out of his busy schedule to lecture here 2 or 3 times a month. I couldn't thank him enough for going out of his way to personally review my work after lectures, too. I'm so sorry for bringing you such shoddy writing after taking up so much of your time. You got nothing to apologize for. But getting to interact with all the young talent is its own reward. Besides, there's something brilliant about your scripts. I love them. What? He's just complimenting me, right? Of course he's complimenting you. I knew it was a simple word of praise, but my heart fluttered for a moment. I also feel like never gonna be right. My mentor showed no signs of noticing and stood up from his chair. Eiichiro Asagi, 32 years old. He's a popular screenwriter who works in film and TV. A few years ago, he took a position as a visiting professor at Koyo University. Many aspiring screenwriters take the entrance exam just to attend his lectures. And then I feel like now, this is... God damn, this is gonna kill me. I hate this. Like, I don't want to hate this game already, but yeah. But see, I need this to be darker and I need the other one to be, like, transparent. Okay, we're just gonna have to suffer. I don't like that the first, like, part of this is so painful because of this. But anyway. Well, we've used our heads plenty today. I think I'll brew some coffee. What'll you have? Oh, please allow me. It's the least I can do. All right, if you insist. We spent some time enjoying our coffee, then discussed movies we'd seen lately and TV shows that might be useful study material. Professor Asagi carried the conversation with a smile, then he changed the subject. Actually, I have a proposal for you. Let you consider it. Kind of proposal? Oh my god, a marriage proposal already? It's not even your route. We chatted a bit more, and then I realized it was already evening. Oh no, I need to get going. Bye, Professor! I made a mad dash from campus to the train station, dipping into the cafe where I was supposed to meet someone. I paused when I saw he'd already taken a seat. First boyfriend! Like, oh, also, CG! We had a lot of CGs of our boyfriends right off the bat. But this is our boyfriend, and he just strikes me as the, like, you know, the impy voice, which, if you've never watched Code Realize, that's just, it's that voice. He just strikes me as the character that has that voice, but oddly enough, I'm pretty sure Makoto Furukawa is the one who voices him, so deep, sexy voice. And I'm like, they all have it! Like, every one of the voice actors, I'm like, they've all got, like, that going on, and that's not what I pegged any of them for. But I only have so many voices in my repertoire, so anyway. You left me on red? Really? Spacey probably thinks it's fine just because it's me. Alright then. She deserves a little punishment for making me wait. He's kind of adorable. Kazuma, best friend. God damn it, I can't read that fast enough. I'm sorry. Kamakubo. I got stumbled. I'm like, I can't read his last name fast enough. Anyway. My friend, Kazuma Kamakubo, was tapping away at his phone. He hadn't noticed me at all. My own phone buzzed just as he cheerfully fired off some kind of message. Okay, tomorrow at 5 p.m. at the shop. Where are you? If you keep me waiting long, you're paying for yourself. I knew it was my fault for being late. However, I swiftly swiped at my screen, typing out my reply. Seeing Kazuma grinning like an idiot's making me want to tease him. What, you're not buying? Then I guess I won't go. Money's a bit tight this month. Wait, she's serious? I was just kidding. Wait. Hold up. I can't be a hunter on my own. This place is filled with couples. Save me. Help. Pfft. For a second, I mischievously wondered if I should just leave him hanging and go home. No, that would be too mean. They both came all this way, and I've been looking forward to this too. As Kazuma glanced around uncomfortably, I piped up from directly behind him. You should sneak up behind him and be like, hey, just whisper in his ear. Very breathy. Excuse me, sir. We're very busy right now. If you're here alone, would you mind sitting with another customer? Huh? Wait, no, I didn't come here by myself. My friend's on the way here, really. I swear it's true, just... He's kind of adorable. I'm sorry I'm late, Kazuma. Huh? What? Kazuma was completely dumbfounded. He looked at me, then his phone, then back to me. When he spoke next, his voice quivered. How long have you been standing there? I guess since I asked you whether you'd be paying the bill today. Pretty much the entire time, then. You should have said something. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. You were totally oblivious. I did my best to pacify the grumpy Kazuma and took a seat. Kazuma Kamakubo. 20 years old. Okay, so we're like 20. So yeah, we met frickin' Eiichiro when we were frickin' 18 then. Range. 18 and 30. Okay, we're like 20 and 32. It's a 12-year age difference. Anyway. Again, as long as they don't harp on it and make it weird, it's like, it's a fairly decent size age difference, but we're both adults. And like, the power dynamic is a little odd, but it doesn't bother me as much here as other ones. I think it's when we're like 18 to 20 and then the guy's like 40 something and you're like, that's old enough to be your dad. That's weird. Let's stop that now. That's a little odd. When you're like 30 and 50, fine. 20 and 40, for some reason, is just weirder. Like, it just is. That's just my personal thing. Anyway, 20 years old. He's working to become a stylist. He's known the protagonist since they were in junior high and they went to the same high school too. He also knew the protagonist's grandmother when she was alive. He's one of the protagonist's few friends and the only one she calls her best friend. He moved to the protagonist's town in the 7th grade due to his parents' work. Anyway, I did my best to pacify the grumpy Kazuma and took a seat. He and I were good friends after all. Kazuma didn't let my teasing get to him, and his cheerful smile returned soon enough. He has the giantest eyes. I gotta be honest, I kind of really like the art in this game. It's got a style to, you know what I mean? Like, they're all stylized, but there's just, like, sometimes there's just something snappy about them. Like, some of them are like, oh, these are, like, really pretty and, like, whatever. And this is just, like, very, like, there is, like, a pop to it. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just, like, hi, here, in your face, like, vibrant and just peppy. I don't know. It just, I can't, it's weird that an art style makes you feel like upbeat and it's a very cheerful, I can't describe it. I don't know, but I like it. Anyway. Been a while, huh? When was the last time I saw you? Like a month ago? Yeah, we haven't been able to catch up since you got that new job. How's being a stylist going? Is it as hard as I imagine? I mean, like, his hair is kind of fabulous, so. Stylist, a person specializing in makeup and hair who styles actors and models for films, photos, events, and shows. Oh, look at him when he makes that face! Like, I'm not into the childhood friend trope and not usually into, like the bro dudes, the ones that kind of have this voice that's just... But, like, this sprite of him is adorable. I'm also not into, like, the lolly boys. I'm not here for, like, when they're super cutesy. And Harumi... actually, is that his name? I think, is the lolliest of them, but he's still not. He's just slightly cutesy, but he's still pretty. So, like, I don't know, we could like all of them. We'll see what their routes are like and their personalities, but I'm constantly learning. I get yelled at all the time. I'd known Kazuma ever since junior high when his family moved into my neighborhood. Back then I was a bit of an outcast, and he was the only one who approached me. Maybe it's because you stare at people like a lifeless doll. I'm just thinking of her in the frickin' naming screen. At first, his energy spooked me a little, but by the time we got to high school, we were inseparable. I'd never really been able to get close to anyone before, in any sense, but I was pretty much stuck with him now. It's kind of cute that, like... Okay, so far, the bestie-friendy route's cute. Even though I went to a liberal arts college and he enrolled in a cosmetology program after graduation, we were still as close as ever. At the end of last year, Kazuma managed to land a job at the stylist agency where an alumnus from his school worked. He'd been doing part-time projects until last month when he was finally hired as a full-time employee. These days he was always busy. Can't believe you became a functional member of society before I did. You and me both. My last part-time gig started in February. Who'd have thought I'd get promoted so soon? But I finally got my first real deal paycheck as a full-timer. Today's the meal's on me. Thanks. This sprite is so goofy. But shouldn't you send your family that money since they're the ones who've been supporting you all this time? Don't worry about it. You're my best pal. We're practically family anyway. Well, I guess we have known each other a pretty long time. Yeah, plus my family's always super busy. They'll be fine with a simple gift. I see. Enough about my family. Just order whatever you want. Within reason, that is. Okay. I gazed at the menu, which was filled with rows of sweets that would normally make me hesitate. Fruit tarts, soufflés, even seasonal parfaits. The thought of getting to eat these treats for free won out against my guilt. He did say he'd treat me, but I probably shouldn't make him spend too much. I'll just order one. Need to take my time and decide. I pored over the menu intensely. I mean, it's so funny. It's like, oh my god, I'm going and I'm getting a cupcake. I'm a horrible person. Like, you're gonna order, like, I want a souffle and a parfait, and I want this cake, and I want that cheesecake, and like, girl. Whoa! Hey, take a look at this! Huh? Wow, it's so cute! Kazuma pointed to... Oh, look at the little best couples dessert plate. I kind of wish that was a little bit bigger, you know, so you could see it a little bit better, but it's still cute. A dessert plate garnished with an eye-catching array of melon slices and other vibrantly colored fruits. Couple's exclusive menu. Oh, the special dessert plate. It looks good. Wait, it's only for couples? Oh, okay, I get it. This is where the pretend time's gonna come in, right? So where pretend time is probably like, what? Okay, so I figured the premise, obviously we know the premise is pretending that we're dating them, right? But I figured it's like, oh, okay, we're gonna pretend and then we have normal things and we just play the game like normal. But this, like the slight different mechanic, we're still playing the game as normal, but pretend time is like, oh, yeah, we're totally a couple pretending to get this dessert. And it's almost like you've got to choose the right things. I mean, you got to choose the right answers anyway, but it's just like a slightly different way to do like the same old kind of mechanic. You know what I mean? Anyway, we'll see how it goes. But like they could do a really, like it could be really cute the way they do this. You know, like in certain games, it's like, all right, wait, you've got to answer these questions. You got 10 seconds to pick the right answer. You know what I mean? Or whatever. Or like, this is almost like, okay, that's what pretend time is. I was like, are we in pretend time already? No, pretend time would be probably even now. So, yep, it's only 200 yen more than a single portion, but you get twice as much. And look, the fruit's cut into hearts and stars. We gotta order it. Wait, Kazuma, read the description. Right here. It says guests must prove that they're a couple in front of a staff member. You see that? How do you prove you're a couple? It's not like whipping out your ID to prove you're 21. What the shit? We got this. Look at that devious look on his face, though. Oh my god. I do like it when the sprites are especially, like, expressive. Instead of just having, like, two, they've got, like, a bunch of different subtle expressions. And, like, I feel like this game so far seems that's the way it's going. Where they have, like, just a little more expression than normal sprites. Where there might be, like, 5 that they cycle through. This one seems like it's got a little bit more. I don't know. Ah, what? Listen, Spacey. Remember how we were saying that we've known each other for almost 10 whole years? Yeah? We know each other really well. Our likes, dislikes, hobbies, dreams. Okay, so? So that's more than enough to pretend we're a couple. Wait, that's not the problem. Don't sweat it. Excuse me. We'd like to order. Cosmo raised his voice, completely ignoring my objections. Hey, wait! Gonna be fine. We're just pretending. Couldn't be easier. Cosmo, I'm telling you. Welcome. May I take your order? The cafe employee's robotic question made me clam up. I glared at my best friend while he placed our order with a big old smile. So we'll have this dessert plate right here. The couple's dessert plate? Very well. Couple's dessert plate, a luxurious dessert that uses different fruits depending on the season. It's served a la carte for individuals, but the one made for couples comes with extra heart-cut fruit for an additional 200 yen. However, couples must prove their relationship, so it's not to be ordered lightly. If you do, we'll have to kill you. To prove that you two are a couple, I'll have to ask you a few questions. Is that all right? Go for it. Kazuma flashed a cocky grin. Meanwhile, I was too flustered to say anything, so it was like a question and answer set. Like, this is fun. He's definitely doing this to mess with me. He knows I hate stuff like this. Anyway, first we need to convince the server. I'll give him an earful later. You'd be like, how dare you? And then she's like, oh, you're definitely a couple. Never mind. Pretend time. Mission. Convince the server that you're a couple. Welcome to Pretend Time. During pretend time, you will have a limited amount of time to make choices to fulfill certain conditions. Exactly. Oh my god, you don't even get a chance to read it. Why did you agree to go out with him? Just because I didn't have a choice. That's so funny. Okay. Okay, so anyway. Correct choices will uncover the puzzle, while incorrect choices will cover up the puzzle. If the entire screen is covered, you'll fail pretend time. This time, the story will proceed even if you fail, but know that failing pretend time can sometimes lead to bad ends. Ooh, fun! Furthermore, the save, load, quick load, backlog, and rewind scene options will be unavailable during pretend time. Hold on. Doot! Sorry. Spam call. I assume. Anyway. We recommend that you save your game in advance. Oh, well, it's a little late for that. But I can't. You're not letting me. Oh, God. Save the game? Oh, thank God, save. I like how it asks you to save the game. Oh, look at all the little tabs here. This is so cute. Look at this. All right, I'm not sure if we're supposed to... It didn't tell us to save here, but... Returning to the ADV screen, yes. Okay. Stop, bird. Pretend time! Oh my god, I like this. It's cute. Mission! Convince the server that you're a couple. To start, would you mind telling me which one of you confessed first? No, that'd be me. The day we graduated junior high, I had her meet me under the legendary tree and told her how I felt. That's so random. Under the what now? The server just smiled at me as I squirmed and desperately suppressed a comeback. Is this really gonna work? I see. So, miss, why did you agree to go out with him? Huh? Cosima grinned again as I floundered in the face of the sudden question. You realize this is all your fault, right? Anyway, I should keep up the act. I'll just have to play it by ear. Pretend time. Why did you agree to go out with him? Just because I didn't have a choice. Oh, God, sorry, it was just because. Sorry. I was just I was watching the timer and I freaked out. Okay. All right, hold on. Oh, right, fuck. Let's go back to the title. We can't load. It's fine. It's fine. I'll do this. I'm normally really good at this, but okay. I can normally read, but holy crap, I was watching the thing. Okay. We can't skip this. Okay, hold on. Shit. To start, okay, that's so random under the one. Okay, hold on. So this is just because. Why did you agree to go out with him? I want to see how long this takes. Okay, you do have enough time. Okay. All right. I saw it and I was like, ugh, I don't know why. Anyway, just because. Just because, I guess? Yeah, come on. Tell us the real reason. Look at his pout. He's adorable. Because I liked you too. The server beamed at my obviously forced reply. Your feelings were mutual then. That's wonderful. No idea why, but it looks like she bought it. Good enough, I guess. The next question is a bit cliche, but what's your favorite thing about your partner? Everything, obviously. I like everything about her. She's cute in every way. Well, fair, that's what I was gonna say. What a passionate boyfriend. How about the girlfriend? Not this time. Please be more specific. Only me. I desperately rack my brain for an answer. What do I like about Cosima? The first thing that comes to mind is... What's your favorite thing about Cosima? He's an idiot. He's kind. I like the fact that he's an idiot is the right choice. I like that he's an idiot, I guess. What? He's dead inside out. I see. You think he's adorably slow, like a pet would be. Not quite. He can be a bit of a brat, and he drags me all over the place, but sometimes he puts himself second and tries really hard for my sake. Oh. Then when he gets hurt, he just laughs it off. He really is an idiot. I can't leave him alone when he's prone to that kind of thing, you know? Oh, look at his little pouty blush face! Alright, I didn't think I was gonna, love him, but I kind of do so far. We're only at the very beginning of his route, but, his sprites are adorable. They're adorable. Well, how about you, boyfriend? You're as red as a beet. I'm too flustered to think anything. I flashed Cosima a victorious smile. Scrolling up in the guide so I can, not be fumbling over which answer to pick. In that case, if I may be so forward, have you two kissed recently? What? Even Cosima's motor mouth ground to a halt at that. Look, he's blushing shocked. You're being awfully aggressive with the questions, lady. It's merely our cafe's policy. I think this woman just gets off on it. Okay, then, what should we say? You're asking me? It was impossible to evade the older woman's questioning gaze, so... Have you kissed recently? No, but we will. Just earlier. Well, we will, I think. Oh, dear boyfriend. Sounds like you're keeping her waiting. Wait, really? Oh, I don't know about that. You might not get a chance, depending on how this date goes. I'll do my best, I promise. You don't need to. I snapped back at my best friend without thinking, and the server sighed dreamily. Well, you do seem quite close. I wish you all the best. Ozma and I both went silent. Our faces flushed bright red. We're nearly finished now. Please show me how you hold hands. What? Don't be so shy. Come on. You realize what he was asking? I gave Cosmo the most withering glare I can manage, and... How will you hold hands? Like lovers. Squeeze as hard as I can. We hold hands like lovers, of course. I keep checking I see what the guide says, and then I double check it just so we don't fuck up like the last time. Come on, me. You've got this. Yeah, come on, me. You've got this. I was at my wit's end, so I wove my fingers through Cosmo's, the way a real couple would hold hands. Tee-hee? I says that questioningly. I tried to finish off the gesture with a giggle, and Cosmo hastily averted his eyes. Oh, he's blushing again. What's this? A knockout for the boyfriend? This is bad. I like his angry blush. The art style in this is really good. I'm a fan. Like, because, like, look at his, like, angry, pissy cat face right now. Just very mad. He's mad, but it's so cute because he's blushing, and you're like, yeah, I don't take you seriously. Love it. I wasn't sure what was so bad about it, but it seemed to have worked. This is it. Finally, I'd like you to stare into each other's eyes for 7 seconds as lovingly as you can and say each other's names. Huh? 7 whole seconds? And what the heck qualifies as lovingly? Easy peasy. Let's do it. He gave me no time to hesitate. Cosmo cheerfully stared into my eyes, so I had to respond in kind. 7, 6. Am I gonna be able to keep my cool? Oh, I'm not gonna be able to keep my cool. Sorry. I'd seen his face every single day until high school, and yet 5, 4. During our short time apart, he'd grown so mature. Hold up. Am I imagining things, or is he? 3, 2. And then he's blushing again. I think his face might be turning a little red. 1. I love you, Spacey. How will you answer? Stop it! I love you too. I just want to read the other answers for you too, because they're funny. I love you too, Kazuma. What? Huh? What kind of reaction is that? I kind of feel like he was telling us he loves us for... I mean, he's the childhood friend, and they're usually, like, obsessive. You know, like, I love you, and I'll do anything to protect you, and I'm like, you know, crazy. Wait! Don't open the car door, you might hurt your fingers doing it. That kind of crazy, so I'm just saying. Maybe I said it wrong. I feel like he was just like, he was literally like, love you, Spacey. Like, I love you too, and he's like, huh? Like, he didn't realize he said it out loud and wasn't actually expecting a response. Cosmo's mouth just flapped open and closed as if he couldn't believe what was happening. Your boyfriend's all red. Thank you for the show. Well, of course I'm embarrassed. She never says stuff like that. Look, his face is so cute. I lightly kicked Cosmo under the table. Congratulations! You passed the couples test with flying colors! Woohoo! We did it, Spacey! Thank goodness! Pretend time complete! That's why, because it takes a while. So if you were skipping, so that's why you can, like, skip the pretend time. There's a lot of pretend times in here. I somehow survived that public execution. Honestly, I'd almost slapped Cosmo 5 times during that test. Our coveted dessert plate finally arrived, a reward for enduring that grueling ordeal. Look at his face! Whoa, check it out! It looks so good! May as well dig in. Bon appetit! Oh, that's us, but whatever. Nom nom nom! Ooh! Okay. Do you think... I don't even need to think. The voice actor absolutely read those lines. Damn. But it tastes this good because we suffered so much for it. You got that right. It's almost enough to make up Oh, it's almost enough to make me forget the wicked grudge I have against you for that. Come on, I said I was sorry. Besides, friends shouldn't hold grudges. Look at his little sad face. Okay, I'm sorry. I love his sad slash embarrassed slash grouchy faces. Those are the best. Like his little sad face or his like little angry blushing face. Those are my favorites. Like you're adorable when you're happy, but when you're like sad or angry or blushing and embarrassed, those are the best ones. I'll enjoy your route just for the sprites at any rate. I guess you're right. Really though, I'm glad to hear you're doing well. I was worried you might be causing trouble for all your coworkers. What are you, my mom? Everything's at your end anyway. Like, see this? The pouty face? It's so adorable. My end? You're a junior, right? You've been in college for 2 whole years now. So what? Did you make any friends yet? I guess you could say that. Yeah, I'm not buying it. Well, it's not like we're still in touch with our clubmates from high school. Ugh. Well, I've been busy with school and my part-time job. Part-time job. A job with fewer hours. People usually work a part-time job in addition to a main job or college studies to gain income. People usually work a part-time job in addition to a main job. I'm sorry, but that just sounds like bullshit. Like, I work okay, technically this is my part-time job, but I don't really make any money off of it. I do it for fun. But you know what I mean? Like, I cannot, no. I work enough at my full-time job to then be like, let me pick up some no. I don't want to live in that world. That sounds like hell. Like, good God. And I feel bad for people that, the fact that it's usually, I mean, sometimes there are cases where that is the norm for a person, and that sucks. And I feel bad if you're one of those people that has a full-time job and a part-time job, like, that sucks. Unless you're like, I love working. Then good for you. But, like, that sounded sarcastic, but I mean that. Like, if you love working and you're like, I love having 6 jobs, awesome, I'm happy for you, but, like, no, that sounds like hell to me. God, no. And the fact that it's people usually do this, I don't think people should usually have to do that. That sounds like the world you're living in is kind of full of bullshit if that's the standard norm. Like, Jesus. Anyway. I mean, part-time job in addition to studying? Yeah, but I mean, sometimes studying is like a full-time job. Anyway. The protagonist has worked many jobs since high school and maintained a good reputation at each workplace. Currently, she works both at a restaurant and as a custodian. You're hopeless. At least you got me. Sorry, what? Where are you going with this? You just started your 3rd year. You still have time, but you should start thinking about job hunting. But shouldn't you start thinking about job hunting? Or are you going to skip the company thing and go freelance? I'm still thinking about it. I see. You've been working hard every day since you decided to become a screenwriter, haven't you? Kinda? Well, I'm sure you're still making steady progress toward your goal. Probably? Hey, is everything okay? Why wouldn't it be? You're being weird. You never dance around the topic when I bring up screenwriting like you are now. Treating you to this awesome dessert, so I expected more of a response. Do I really seem that off? Wait, don't tell me. You haven't given up on your dreams, have you? Of course not. I'll never give up. Oh my God, his faces and his sprites are so good. And what's wrong? From the way you've been answering, I don't think I'm totally off the mark here. Did he see right through me? I didn't think of it, Cosimo was practically family. We'd known each other so long, there was no fooling him. The film has already been announced, but I barely know anything about it so far. I could just leave Professor Asagi's name out of it. Actually, with some resignation, I recounted my talk with Professor Asagi at school, taking care not to mention my mentor by name. Actually, I have a proposal for you. Would you consider it? What kind of proposal? Right. And then we went on. I totally forgot about this. The other day we just announced. Oh, it's only the director's name so far, but Director Makino has asked me if I'd pen the script for his new film. Makino? You mean the Yuzo Makino? The very same. I figured you'd recognize such a big name. There was no way I wouldn't know that name. Makino was an award-winning maestro of a director and a pillar of the Japanese film industry. But to me, he's my dad, isn't he? Oh. Oh my god. He is my dad, isn't he? Did I just spoil the whole game right now? If he's my dad, I'm gonna laugh hysterically, but he directed the film that Mom wrote. Since I've accepted, I plan to focus solely on this project and turn down any other work. He's a very particular director, you see. But this time he wants more than just a script. He wants me to be on location too. Makino fusses over every little detail from the audition stage onward, so I'm sure I'll be incredibly busy. Still, I have to find some way to handle my existing obligations during production. So I've been looking for an assistant, and not just for this production, but to help me out before it even starts. You mean... Oh! Well, we got to be our professor's assistant. You asking me? Oh, I was gonna ask if you have any recommendations. Good lord. I like how they all have a little flower kind of thing. Like, his looks like a little bellflower, and ours is like a clover. You got the skill. And more importantly, you take your work seriously, and you're always willing to improve by their name in the part thing, in case you didn't know what I was talking about. And that said, you might not have too many opportunities to actually write while you're working for me. And production will be long, and will be bound by confidentiality agreements, so it'll be a high-pressure job. And that's why I was hoping you'd come help me out. I see something really special in you. I bet you do. If you're aiming to become a screenwriter, then this is an invaluable chance for you to learn how movies are actually made. See, like, ours is like a little shamrock, and I love that, because I love shamrock. To be on the production crew for a film, my first tattoo was a 4-leaf clover. My heart thrummed at the thought of taking the sudden first step in my career. I know we're, like, probably way over time, to be honest with you. Yeah, definitely. But it's okay. I dreamed of writing movies since I was little. Now the opportunity was right in front of me. It wasn't even a choice. But... I'm sorry. I'm so honored that you asked me, but I'm already too busy with my other job to take on anything else. I know about your family's situation. You've been using scholarship money and a side job to pay for school. But just so you know, this is going to be a paid position. Above all else, this opportunity's going to broaden your horizons. Believe me, honestly, saying something like that, being like, well, unfortunately, if it's not paid, I can't do it, because whatever. He's like, it's a paid position, and giving this up just to stay a custodian is kind of stupid. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Nothing was stopping me from taking the money. Professor Asagi looked like he wanted to say more, but his gaze was that of a stern mentor. I know there's no reason to refuse. Really, I do. Problem is, it's Mr. Makino we're talking about. For now, it's just a verbal offer. Go home and take some time to think about it. I'll say this, though. If you're serious about pursuing your dream, then you need to put in the effort. An opportunity like this won't wait for you. Sometimes you need to take a leap of faith to move forward. Understand. I think we're gonna stop here. I know we're in the middle kind of this scene, but we are over time, by like probably close to 10 minutes now. Anyway, and I don't know how long this is gonna, you know what's gonna happen. We're gonna stop and this will go for like a whole 30 seconds. But anyway, we will continue in the next part. So not tomorrow, but the day after, because new here videos go up every other day. So I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.